mind, Garvey.
Put away the iron, Mansfield. This is a friendly visit.
Huh? Since when is Barney Shamalis friendly to competition?
That's just why Mr. Shamalis sent me. He wants to welcome you to the territory.
Welcome us.
What is this, a rib? Ah. Mr. Shamalis told me to tell you that there are plenty of suckers to go around for everybody. So instead of being at each other's throats, let's cooperate.
I'm glad that Shamalis feels that way.
Sure.
We'll cooperate.
Who knows? Maybe we can work out a merger.
Why not?
Well, the boss just wanted me to come by and wish you the best of luck. Say, how'd you do tonight?
Pretty good.
Good. Well, we'll be seeing you.
Yeah, sure. Say hello to Barney for me, will you?
All right, get over against the wall. Put your hands behind your head.
Shamalis kill. 3 murders. Nobody saw anything, nobody heard anything. And Shamalis sits up in his fat penthouse laughing at us.
Maybe we can wipe that laugh off his face. Headquarters is bringing in an undercover man.
One of the Tightrope boys?
He's a specialist. If he makes a breakthrough, he pass the word along and headquarters will notify us. His contact was picked by headquarters and reports directly to them.
That Shamalis crowd plays rough. That undercover officer can get himself killed.
Well, that's the chance he takes.
Yeah, that's the chance I take, walking the tightrope. I'm a police officer on active duty assigned to undercover. Every city has its underworld. Its hoodlums, vultures that prey upon the public, scum that endanger the lives of decent citizens. The underworld. That's my beat. You have to know where to go to get the action I was looking for. Sometimes you find it in places where you'd least expect it. One of these places was an ordinary barbershop off the main stem, where some of the boys who didn't like publicity came for haircuts.
What business are you in?
I travel.
Oh, selling?
Call it that.
Gonna be in town long?
It all depends. What do you do for kicks in this town?
Well, they got a few things going. Mostly this town's pretty dead.
It's dead, all right. I've seen more stiffs in this shop than they've got in the morgue. There. How's that?
Yeah, that's great. Give me $5. Put it on the bill.
Why, thank you. Come again. Real soon.
Hey, look, I don't know what kind of action you're looking for, but they got a private room upstairs at the Embassy Club.
Hey, what's the story on her?
Helen? I'm not sure. She just come to work here. Look, I'm not trying to hustle you, mister, but they got a few things going at the Embassy that might interest you. You know, wheel, dice, a few things going. How's that look?
I can't see. You've got the mirror in the way. How do I get to this Embassy Club?
I just make a phone call.
Yeah, there you are. And this is for you.
Oh, thanks a lot. Thanks.
The barber was so right. There was a lot going on at the Embassy Club. The customers didn't have a chance. The games were phony. It wasn't hard to spot a prime pigeon. They sucker him along, let him win. Then they take him. This guy was ready to be taken. He was playing the black all night, and they were letting him win. The girl with him wasn't interested in the red or the black. She wasn't hard to reach. Her antennas were up.
I'm gonna bet the bundle, baby. Then we leave. So wish me luck, huh? This time I'm gonna switch to the red.
The sucker didn't know it, but he'd pulled a switch on him after the wheel had started spinning. He bet the red. The wheel was fixed for red to win, but the houseman handled it the easy way. Before he knew what was happening, the sucker's dough was raked in. He put up a squawk, but all it got him was an invitation to talk to the manager.
But I'm telling you, I bet on the red and the red won.
Listen, mister, you've been playing the black all night. You win, okay by us. You lose, okay by you. We don't like chiselers. Now you better leave.
I'm not getting out of here without my money.
Look, this is an exclusive club. We don't like troublemakers. Now, get out.
I told you, I'm not getting out of here.
Get out before you get hurt. Come on, Lois, let's get out of here.
You want that bet collected for you, mister?
Come on, Lois.
I said you want that bet collected.
Look, I just want to get out of this joint.
Now, wait a minute. There's no reason to be scared. It's all in the connections a guy has. I just dropped the names of a few of the big boys in Vegas. These guys will turn pale.
Well, you sure there'll be no trouble?
I'll meet you at the bar at the Versailles. Oh, one thing. I get 25%. Overhead.
Come on, Lois. Lois, come on.
Take that. 26, guys, if you don't mind.
Coming now.
You owe a friend of mine $2,400. Count it out. Count it out. Now look here, you. Yeah, I know. You won't forget this. Like I told you, it's all in the connections.
Well, much obliged. You know, it's a lucky thing for them that I held my temper. Oh, can I buy you a drink?
No, thanks. Maybe some other time.
Oh, well, thanks again. Come on, Lois.
It's been pleasant.
I'll be back in half an hour.
Oh, coming, Lois?
Don't go with us.
Lois turned out to be a nightclub singer who was looking for a break. My connections in Las Vegas had evidently impressed her.
It's not easy to get started in this business. You know, a girl can sing her heart out, but if she doesn't know the right people, well, where can she go?
Hiya, Dark Eyes.
Have you ever thought about Vegas?
Las Vegas. You're cute. Let me buy you a drink.
No, thanks. You know, a girl with your looks, you could go great. I'm sure the boys can find you a spot in one of their clubs.
All right, then, Dark Eyes. You buy me a drink.
Why don't you ask your friend?
Him? I never saw him before. He just picked me up. Get lost.
Look, you ain't brushing me. You trying to move in on this Finch?
You were saying about Las Vegas.
Look, friend, I'm not interested in you or this lush.
Lush. Are you just going to stand there and let him insult me?
How about Las Vegas?
Nobody insults a broad I'm with. Get off your seat.
Why don't we go someplace where it's quiet?
How about my place?
Why not?
Couple of creeps.
Believe me, you didn't do me any good last night. The boys don't like what you pulled at the Embassy Club. I'm just trying to do you a favor, but you doing what you did, I could end up with some broken bones. These guys play tough. Believe me, I can end up with a...
Don't you know better than to bother a man when he's relaxing?
Be at the club. 6 o'clock. Darius wants to see you.
Who's Darius?
You just be there.
Afraid I can't make it.
6 o'clock.
You don't hear so good. Now run along and tell your friend Darius I'm busy.
That does it, you two-bit shiver.
Now don't you feel a little stupid? You got the answer, messenger boy. Blow. I said blow.
Look, mister, I can get along without you for a customer. Guys have been knocked off in barber chairs before. Do you know who Darius is? He is only the right-hand man for one of the biggest mobsters in town, Bonnie Shamalis. Look, suppose you do me a big favor. You shave yourself from now on. Please?
Keep the change.
I like a man that's on time.
I'll make it a point.
You interested in the proposition?
I might be.
Bring the car around in front.
You're Darius.
Yeah. You know, you cost us $2,400 last night.
The guy was a friend of mine.
Yeah, he was a friend of yours. Like he was my brother. You even walked off with his dame.
Oh, we became friends later.
Well, we can make up the $2,400 on some other sucker. Come on, let's take a ride.
Hello. I haven't seen you before. You're tall.
Mr. Shamalis is ready for you now.
I like tall men.
Sit down. And tell me you're pretty good at pushing iron on people. You got a rough streak, maybe?
I take it as it comes.
So you're asking to work for me, huh?
I was told you wanted to see me. I'm not asking to work for anybody.
Came to see me, didn't you? That means you're asking. A lot of guys with their tongues hanging out to work for Shamalis. You should be thankful I'm giving you my time.
Oh, I appreciate the interest, but I'll have to think it over.
Now, look. You're talking to Bonnie Shamalis. She pulled a good bluff in my casino last night, and you got away with it. Don't stretch it.
I don't want to seem independent. It's just that I've got other plans.
Now, you listen to me. I think you're a guy with talent, or you wouldn't be here. I pay the prices. You show us you're a guy we can use, I pay the prices.
I see you read me real good, Mr. Shamalis. I just forgot my plans.
That's better. Put them to work. Mr. Darius will give you your instructions. Wait outside.
Thanks, Mr. Shamalis. You won't be disappointed.
We'll see.
Maybe I'll start him out on the north side situation.
It's a good idea. Give us a line of what he can handle. You were right, Ben. I like his looks. He's got class. I think he'll be good for the company.
We got a guy working for us on the north side. Been coming in slow with his collections. We figure he owes us too much for us to wait any longer. And that's where you start.
What is this? Who are you? Mr. Shamalis sent me. He says you're late with your collections.
Mr. Shamalis can talk for himself. Get out of my chair.
It's a very comfortable chair. You keep stalling with Shamalis' money and you won't be sitting in it very much longer.
Nobody talks to me like that, punk. I said up.
You were about to get the receipts. Now open that safe. Open it or you'll be wearing this in a sling. Tell Mr. Shamalis from now on your payments will be on time. Every week. Right on time.
Put in a good word for you boys, too. I'll tell him you were very cooperative.
Hold it, punk. Now, hand that dough back. What's the matter with you, apes? You stand here and let him get away with that?
He got the drop on us. Yeah, I know. You won't forget this.
I got the figures from our boy in the El Dorado. You're not going to like this.
Nobody operates a gambling joint in this city without me. No outside crowd moves into my territory.
They're doing pretty good, Barney. They're getting some of our biggest spenders.
What did they do last week?
8,000 better than the week before.
Well, that's as far as they go. Yes? Oh, come in.
There are your collections. Did Mayo give you any trouble? I wouldn't call it that.
I didn't waste any time with them.
He convinces easy. Are there any other odd jobs you'd like me to do, Mr. Shamalis?
Well, not right now. Oh, be here tomorrow night. I'm throwing a little party. I'd like you to meet some of my business associates.
I'd be delighted.
By the way, it's tuxedo, black tie, formal.
I assumed it would be for one of your parties, Mr. Shamalis.
Look at this. Mayo, one of our roughest boys, convinces easy. I tell you, this guy is great. Mark my words, Ben. He's going to go far in the company.
In the world, aren't you? Now you're getting invited to Shamalis' parties.
You look very lovely tonight.
She wouldn't dare touch me.
Let's say I don't mix pleasure with business.
Smart boy. He'll go far. Shamalis likes smart boys.
Mr. Shamalis wants to see you right away.
Excuse me.
Jump, Fido.
Something important was up. Shamalis had called his associates for the meeting. The rival crowd's gambling casino was cutting into Shamalis' profits. There was only one way to stop it. Put the rival crowd out of business.
Now, these guys have got to be discouraged, but quick. So we're going to dump the joint. You'll operate the heist, and you get all the manpower you need. Now, you don't pull anything until after the customers have gone. You know how many citizens hurt? It's bad for business.
What's the mark?
They opened a room upstairs at the El Dorado, very swank, top drawer. And they're grabbing off all the carriage trade.
How do we dump it?
With your looks, you fit right in with that society crowd, so we're going to use you for the front. You go the dice table route and play for a sucker. At closing time, when the joint empties out, you stall. Then our boys move in. No excitement. No laying iron on anybody. Everything nice and clean.
When do we dump it?
We'll hit it on a night when the receipts are big. I got a wire inside the place. I'll let you know when.
Anything else, Mr. Shamalis?
Go on back and enjoy the party.
Excuse me. Pleasure meeting you, gentlemen.
I told you that boy's got class. It sticks out all over him.
The undercover man reports there's a rival crowd opened a room here at the El Dorado. Shamalis is going to knock it over.
You want us to keep the place under surveillance?
Absolutely not. I don't have to tell you the danger that police officer's in. Those hoods get wise to him, he's finished. We can't afford to take a chance at tipping him off. Now, you keep your men away from both places. Now, the undercover officer knows where his contact is planted. And once he learns when Shamalis is going to pull the job, he'll pass the word to his contact. When we get that word, we'll move. Not before.
And I hope I don't disappoint your friends in Vegas after all the nice things you've said about me.
Oh, I'm sure you'll be able to take care of yourself.
I suppose I'll be needing a whole new wardrobe before I leave. Don't you think so?
Well, if it isn't Dark Eyes.
Oh, no, not again.
Are you still wasting your time with this creep?
Look, why don't you go back to your cage?
How about buying me a drink, Dark Eye?
You know a guy named Darius?
Yeah.
He wants to talk to you on the phone. Take it on the wall extension over there.
Thanks. Excuse me.
How about my drink?
Give her a drink.
Look, no more for you. I 86'd you an hour ago.
Well, this is the last time I'm coming in this crummy place.
Yeah? We're dumping the El Dorado tonight. Get right over to Shimolis' place. I'll meet you.
I'll be there in a few minutes.
Can't you see that you're coming between me and Dark Eye? Why don't you just get lost?
Listen, you. I didn't come here to be insulted.
Where do you usually go?
I've got a blow.
What do you mean?
I've got a date.
Well, you have a date with me.
I just broke it.
Well, what about Las Vegas?
I just lost my connections. See you around.
Lost connections? What a dirty phony.
Buy her a Mickey. On me.
I want this casino dumped exactly like we planned it. Just dumping the joint isn't going to put them out of business. They'll spring up someplace else. So here's the kicker. You'll have some good boys with you, the best. You'll work as Iceman. Now, after our boys have collected the dough, you'll have these other parties lined up against the wall. I want you to blast them. You get me? I don't want anybody breathing when you walk out of there. Now, I'm expecting a lot from you, kid. Don't let me down.
Don't worry, Mr. Shimolis. I won't disappoint you. The heist went off like clockwork. We waited until the customers left. Then our plan went into action. Shimolis' gunsels collected the loot from the boxes at the tables. One hood cleaned out the safe. I held the iron on the management and the dealers. There wasn't a single hitch, and the caper was going faster than scheduled. The boys from headquarters hadn't shown yet. Shimolis' gunsels had cleaned the joint. They'd finished their part of the heist. Now it was my turn. They waited for me to blast the men I'd lined up. It was either kill or be killed, but the homicide squad killed right on cue. Shimolis' hoods wheeled around, guns first, and started shooting. The squad answered with riot guns. In the excitement, one man escaped. Me.
Well, those hoods really sang their heads off. They involved Shimolis right up to his eyeballs. District attorney feels he's got a case that'll put Shimolis out of circulation for good.
Darius and the other hoods are being booked right now.
Good.
Oh, excuse me.
Oh, come right in, Miss Morris. Lieutenant, this is Miss Morris. We borrowed her from downtown division to work as contact with our undercover officer. Darius's phone call to the bar tipped Miss Morris off that the crime was to be pulled tonight.
That undercover officer must really know his way around.
Well, all I can say, Lieutenant, is I'm sure glad he's on our side.
A city filled with people. A city of families. Decent people leading decent lives. But a city has its underworld, too. And that's where I work. It isn't a pretty job. Do you get scared? Plenty. Do you get lonely? Sure. But you can't quit. Because when you've lived with hoods like I have, you know it's a job that's got to be done. You know, somebody's got to walk that tightrope.